So welcome back to Tech Dive Gaming. Today I'm going to take this city from 2,500 to 5,000 people and let's get started. So my first decision is like, well, we've kind of filled out this corner pretty well. If we want any more industry, which we do have demand for, we'll need to expand. So I'm thinking we're going to have a waterfront industry area, pretty much where this like pollution is, all the way down. And then maybe in the future that can be like a rail yard as well, and like a transport hub. And then over here on the waterfront, I think we can do some nice neighborhoods and maybe a commercial district too. I think we'd be best served to have commercial right smack dab in the middle of our city, and then industry on this side, residential right here. Just keep building out this neighborhood, and we should be beautiful. Let's go. So I grabbed the road tool. I'm just going to maintain this angle for, actually, let's switch to the straight line tool, because I hate the off angles. They just look awful. And then this is pretty much going to be the only thoroughfare serving the industry area over here for now. So let's pick out the freeform road. Actually, no, not the freeform, the curved road. Because the curved road lets you do measured angles and whatnot. And so you just click out about 2 clicks out and then 2 clicks down. There's not an exact science to this. I'm just going to try and go perpendicular with the water. Just like that. And then from here, I'm going to maybe set the industry back. I don't know, I actually don't like having this like ridge next to the water. I think it's actually kind of ugly. So let's get the landscaping tool and fix that. So we will click the leveling tool. I do have additional brushes in here. The same rules still apply. So basically click the leveling tool, click the brush size, maybe this is a pretty good size, about 200 to 300. Then brush strength, drop it down to about 10 to 15. Right click the level that you want your terrain to be at, and then you left click to build it out. And there will be a little bit of a flood happening here since we are filling a little bit of the river bottom in there. Nothing to worry about, it just is light flooding. Alright, so we did that. Run the simulation, there's our flooding coming in. It'll just go away in a matter of seconds. Run a line straight out, just like this. Run one next to it, just like this. And I'm not going to actually put a curve in, I'm just going to let it be a direct like angle, just like that. The things to keep in mind if you are doing parallel roads at an angle like this, they'll be too close and you will lose a center row of tiles. So you may want to build your second road out a little bit further and then come over and build out your road. Or you can come over here, build a dogleg out, and run it back, which will give you that nice clean 8 tile thickness to your roads. Now this is a tough angle to do, so what you can do is delete it, and then when you come back in, you pull the road out to meet this line right here. Click, and it should give you nice clean angles. Look at that, beautiful. Connect them up, just allow some traffic in between. I'm going to zone out this whole thing as industry. So your angles are not absolutely perfect, but it's close enough. I'll call it good enough. I'm going to zone out this whole area as industry. It's going to be a bit of a mess, especially traffic-wise. It's going to be insanity. However, it's worth it. Industry is very necessary early on in the game. Once you get offices, you can kind of wean yourself off of industry if you can, mainly because the pollution's so freaking awful. So now let's move on to the commercial district. I think I just want a big square area. I'm going to leave some gaps around it for some kind of parks and walkways. Let's leave a 4 tile gap. Maybe like this, 3, this, and this. In the center, I guess we could just do a full-on grid style. Traffic will be awful, but you know, that's just, you know, how downtowns go. Boop, boop. See, I might as well do that too. It's all good. Not everything has to be an exact science with this game. I'm actually going to leave the gap right here, and maybe we have like a green belt, green way kind of path system going on. There we go. Pull that. And now we have a beautiful angle to our neighborhood transitioning to the downtown area. Let's pause, because I forgot, once again, to build more pipes 440. It gives us the perfect spacing. All the industry over here is really ticked off that we have not given them any water at all. They're very mad. They're probably storming the mayor's house right now, ready to burn it down, and not anymore. We might as well just get ready for expansion and just run pipes out. We should automatically snap to 90-degree angles. That's not the right angle. Look at that. That's not right. Is it? I'm just gonna eyeball it. Screw it. Same with over here, because we're gonna be filling out this whole tile in just a matter of time, really. So we might as well just kind of fill it in and let it run. Put our fresh neighborhood residential in. Boop, boop, boop. And that commercial. Probably want to go ahead and add another school. Let's go ahead and put schools in. Since we're going to be building a business district that will most likely have offices very soon, we should start educating. My best tip for school placement is to, at first, don't put schools everywhere. Only put them in the neighborhoods that you want people to be educated. Basically, where there's going to be commercial and higher end residential buildings. That's the best place to put your schools. And right there should be fine. So basically that will leave this neighborhood completely uneducated, which is exactly what we want. Ooh, speaking of uneducated, I did not give power to the industry area. The joys. Boom. Very simple. I'll have to delete that once the industry fills in. However, it's good enough for now. So there's our waterfront industry area. Looking great. Population is climbing, 3,300. Downtown is filling in. See, they're wanting people. They need more workers, and they want, right now, uneducated. But as soon as you start upgrading, once you put parks and services in, they will need educated people. So let's give them more workers, which would be pretty much just the neighborhood filling out the rest of this area. I'm trying to think of a good way to design it, look nice, because just a plain grid like this is very boring to look at and very boring to build. So let's do a design like this. Let's build this out, and then we'll build a roundabout, right? So we'll pick, let's do a small roundabout. Best way to do it is take this small roundabout tool, throw it in there like that, and you have a very simple roundabout. Though if you do mess with any of the roads contacting the roundabout, it will instantly mess it up and make it look dumb. So we're gonna have a road come out, I think, straight this way. You know, let's make a curve. Let's have some curvy roads in here. Come out this way, and it's gonna meet up with our industry area. Just like that. Beautiful. Very, very awesome. And from this road, we're also going to hook up to our little commercial district. Nothing fancy, just a simple hookup, just like that. And that, my friends, is how you make a nice little central hub design for your neighborhoods. And then I think I will do your non-standard curvy road neighborhoods, which is actually more standard, I think. As time goes on, people move away from grids more and more, because grids are ugly and soul-sucking to live in. So, just like that. I like to leave some gaps in between the houses, so if I want to put some trees in or parks, it's not going to totally just wipe out any of the natural terrain. Tips for making neighborhoods like this look good is to keep the length of the roads about the same. You don't want a super long road than some super short roads, unless those super short roads come off of it. Give some room. Be thinking about how you want the density of it to be. If you have a spacious neighborhood, leave enough gaps to have trees in between. If you want a dense neighborhood, maybe run them a little bit closer like this. See, this would make for a dense neighborhood because it's going to be about 2 tile buildings and going to be crammed in between. There'll be no room for trees or anything nice. Yeah. Let's do one more here. And then from this side, we will run this. And don't be afraid to hook up these roads back here either. Something like that is actually pretty good, especially if you put schools within the neighborhoods. You're going to have a lack of coverage because the roads will kind of be a maze-like layout and they will not reach all the way. Little roads like this help that out a ton. Over here, we're just going to kind of go squiggly just like this. probably running out this way. Maybe hook it up. Yeah, let's hook it up. And then over here, something like this. Hook that up too. And we're getting a pretty good start for our neighborhoods. I think this open spot right here, I want to fill it in, but I think it'd be a great spot for a high school, especially moving towards more education. So we'll leave that open. I'll hook that up, that's fine. Oh. There we go. And I think that looks pretty dang good. Let's go ahead and add this into. Goodbye, rock. There we go. I think that's a pretty dang good design. So now let's fill in with residential. The marquee tool is probably the best way to do this. Just click and drag, and you now. Oh crap! I can't undo that. Oops. So undo. It's a lot more difficult. Let's see here. Trying to line up. This is the best way to do it. Is line up with something you want to keep. Right click to unzone, and then you just drag out as far as you can. There we go. I am good at this game. Oh yeah, I'm the best. So if you're a smart person, you won't have to do that. But if you're me and you're tired and dumb, then you have to redo it. So houses are in there. Let's go ahead and add a couple schools. We'll probably need 2 to cover the whole neighborhood area. See, this school will cover, well, 1 might do it actually. Let's try with 1. It's difficult trying to find the best side that will cover everything because you want at least a little bit of green touching all the houses. You know, let's just do 2. There we go. And as time goes on, these will fill in, and it won't be much of a problem. Population is climbing very fast now. They're building up quick, especially to meet all these jobs that we have just built for industry and commercial. Traffic seems to be flowing just fine. If you pay attention here, this will be the most traffic place in your whole city, at least for the start, until you start building out more highways and you start getting a populations over 10,000. Then you may start having traffic jams within dense areas just like this. There's many intersections very close to each other. That is the traffic hotspot. Try to avoid those. I'm kind of intentionally doing it here, which will be more of a thing to resolve later on in this playthrough. So all the demands are very low because their zones are filling up, so they're just kind of building up, and then as soon as the building gets built, it goes right back down. How's place coverage look? We are okay. We have coverage over here, not so much beyond the core of the city that we built earlier. Schools, education is going to take a while to build up. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to worry about mass transit yet. How about fire? Fire coverage is bad. I think we should definitely build a fire, or at least a fire station somewhere close to the industry. Ooh, we're actually out of power. Just because industry catches on fire so dang much. I don't know what to do. Alright, let's pause it. No, let's not pause it. Let's just go ahead and build another coal power plant. We'll stick one right here in the waterfront. Nope, can't build on the water. Let's actually build it over here. You want to build your coal power plants close to your highway connections because if it's far away and the trucks get stuck in traffic, you will run out of coal to burn, and then you will run out of power. So there we go. 3 stinky, nasty coal generators to destroy the health of my citizens. Wonderful. Deaths are climbing. Make sure we have a cemetery, and we do not have a cemetery. So cemetery placement, they have a very large coverage area, so just kind of put it in a central location or kind of wherever you want. We could use this gap for some cemetery coverage, so I do want to put a park in there. How about we put it back? Here we go. Lots of unused land over here. Let's see if we can stick it. I want to put on main road because they're very hard to move. You want to put a cemetery on a road that you know you're not going to be upgrading for at least a long time, or long enough to get some crematoriums in order to burn the bodies so you can move the cemetery. Screw it. We'll just stick it here. There. Even though it's not covering over here, if people die, they will still drive out there to pick them up. And we're out of water. Very nice. Let's build a new pump. Somebody just click a pump, and it'll snap to the existing pipes and just tack it on just like that. And that's about it. Also, need a new sewage outlet. Same deal, just tack it on wherever, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you don't have your sewage creeping up towards your pumps, which may happen to us quite soon. Very exciting. City is growing. We're almost at 5,000 already. That's pretty quick. We now have a whole another like section of our city. I'm pretty excited to put some train stations in, show you guys how that works out. We are not able to do any sort of seaports or anything like that. Nope, not even over there. So trains will be very important to us. Busy town, awesome, we did it. Busy town gives us more city planning. Level 4 unique buildings, you probably won't even touch those this early on. Oil industry specialization, very nice. If you want a specialization that makes a lot of money, oil is your thing. Tourism is also very nice for commercial. It gives you a lot of variety, some hotels. What's this? Policies. Yeah, crap. Ooh, new roads. Perfect, because as traffic builds up, people will become very unhappy with the noise of the traffic, and tree roads and grassland roads reduce that by a lot. It'll make your businesses and people very happy. I can show you this real quick because we'll probably hit 5,000 before I'm even done. So let's go ahead and make our main road a tree-lined road, right? Let's come through here, click and drag. See those smiley faces? That means that these businesses are a lot happier because there's less traffic noises. Oh, and if you upgrade a road and something gets deleted, that's standard on a curve because sometimes it just has to rebuild the buildings, and that's how it goes. Just go through, upgrade these buildings, see they're all getting quite happy that the traffic noise has been reduced. I'm going to fill out our little downtown area that we're going to have here. As soon as we get high density, I'm going to rezone this whole little chunk to be high density buildings, and maybe some offices too. Especially with these like big trucks like this, the traffic noise really starts to climb. Yeah. For neighborhoods, I at least do the 2-lane road with grass, just because residential is very, very sensitive to traffic noise, and it's ideal to not have that. Make sure you don't upgrade your one-way roads with a 2-lane road, because that will mess up your roundabouts into one-way streets. What you want to do is just come over here, pick out, I'm going to pick the tree-lined one, and upgrade our roundabout here to be very nice. Look at that. Lots of trees. Trees make people happy. Anyways, let's go back, go and do some more upgrading. A lot of houses are getting destroyed right now. Oh crap, I messed up the roundabout. Oh no, here we go. So this is how you fix a roundabout. See how we have a 2-lane road when we should have a 1-lane road, or one-way road. Simply click 2-lane road, and then left click on that, and it actually updated the direction of the traffic just fine. If you need to, right click and it reverses the flow of traffic, but what we have is great. Things to note is that we have oil tanker trucks driving through residential neighborhoods. We do not want that. So what we need to do is do a heavy traffic ban. We'll come through with our districts. Let's paint a district, and we'll just come over here and paint out pretty much our entire residential area. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can make it perfect if you want to. And I just kind of paint that just like that. And this will let us apply policies such as heavy traffic bans on all streets within our little district that we have just created. And man, oh man, is it important, because this is a great way to keep traffic out. So to add things or remove things from a district, you just click on the name, click policies, and then you have a whole list of things. I'm not going to go through them all right now because there's a crap ton, but let's see here. We want to go to city planning, heavy traffic ban. This should completely remove heavy traffic from these roads. However, if there is no way for the trucks to travel to where they need to go, they will travel through a heavy traffic ban area. But this should be plenty enough, since there is a large main road that will get them the path they want. Also, we're out of power once again. Man, we are really growing fast. So let's go ahead and be environmentally conscious and throw in some more. Ooh, we have advanced wind turbines. These are excellent. They are very, very efficient. And you stick them on the water. Water is a lot of empty, wasted space in this game, and just throwing these out is a great way to boost your power output very quickly and very cheaply. There we go. Power problems have been fixed. I mean, those 3 put out as much as a coal power plant, I believe. More than, actually. So that's great. And we are creeping towards our 5,000 goal for this episode, and I think we're doing quite well. There's a lot of upgrading, lots of growth, people moving in. Our heavy traffic ban is working. You only see, these are like light commercial trucks. These are not affected by heavy traffic bans. The only thing that is are the like logging trucks and the large, like these guys right here. Speaking of which, our main road is getting very busy. I'm not going to upgrade it today, but very soon we'll probably have to put a 4-lane in, or maybe put a highway that runs at least to our industry district over here. Let's keep going. Almost done. Yeah, see, they're all using the main road now. They're not going through our little residential area. Downtown's looking okay. I think we could throw in some parks. Parks are very, let's see here, large playground. Let's do a, what's this? A small playground, perfect. I'm gonna throw it in somewhere back here, and maybe one on this side too. Don't expect a couple parks to upgrade everything all at once. It's more of a gradual thing that you spread out over time. So don't worry about it. Don't try to drop all your money early, because your money's very sensitive right now. Don't mess with it. And look at that. We just hit our 5,000 goal, and that was pretty quick. It only took, what, 15-20 minutes? Very simple tutorial. I showed you guys how to build out new districts and kind of plan ahead. Showed you how to make some roundabouts and deal with one-way roads, upgrading your roads. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please tune in next time. We'll probably go from 5 to 10,000. That's when things really start getting interesting. Stay tuned. See you next time. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. If you have any tutorial ideas for City Skylines or SimCity 4 that you want to see, please comment below and tell me what you want to see. Thank you so much. See you next time.